side is considered the width. Albeit, the width and length is a matter of choice. They generally give the longer side the word length. You understand that? So the shorter side will be the width. So they say the width of the rectangle seedbed is X meters. What will be the length then? If the length of the rectangle seedbed is 3 times the width, its width, what would it be?
3x.
Well, very good. Simple that 3x. Very good. Then they said the length of the side of the square seedbed is y meters. Now what is a description of a square? What is unique about a square?
All sides are equal.
Good. Do you know a square is a rectangle, right?
Yeah.
Right. But the definition of rectangle applies to a square. Opposite sides are equal. All angles inside are 90 degrees. That applies to a square. Just that the opposite sides and the next to the opposite sides are the same, they are alike. So all sides are equal. That means we now have, using the information given above, derive a simplified expression for y in terms of x. Don't forget this though, they gave you something up here. This is one piece of wire. They take one piece of wire. Laura needs to put measure around to seedbed to put the seedling. Altogether, she uses 60 meters of what? Mesh. So she ain't got 2 pieces. One mesh make all of this. Okay? So one of the seedbeds is rectangle and the other is square. Show you the diagram below. Using the information given above, derive a simplified expression for y in terms of x. What I say? So altogether she uses what? 60 meters of what? What do you think that means?
Everything's supposed to add up to 60 meters.
Right, but I'm looking for, what's going to add up to 60 meters? Where are you going? I'm looking for a mathematical word. Huh? I'm looking for a mathematical word. Remember, you put in, what is this? What am I doing this? What am I doing? Let's say, let me find the word. Perimeter. Right, perimeter, that's what I'm looking for. Actually, if I see somewhere here. No. Good. So altogether she uses 60 meters of mesh. We'll go along. Don't think of the mesh like this. I think that's what confuses people. Don't think of the mesh like that. Think of it upright. It's upright, so you're looking down on it. That's how you can put something around a piece of land, around it. And if you look down, you can see the top of the mesh. Okay? So good. The perimeter we're looking at. Perimeter means what? Distance all around. Good. So let's go. Let's call the distance all around. So what will be here? Very good. Start adding it to your thing. X. What will be here?
3x.
What will be here?
Y.
Good. Let's make a formula now. How do you find the perimeter of a rectangle?
You add up all the sides.
How much length do you have? So you have the 2 lengths. So we do 2 lengths plus 2 width equals the perimeter, right?
Yeah.
Good. And for a square, this is for a rectangle. This is for a rectangle. For a square, what do you have? But the S has for length, eh? What do you do for a square, for perimeter? So what do you call all of them? 4L. Because there is no shorter side for a square, they don't consider it to have a width. You can see there's a width still, but because all of it is the same number, they don't consider a square to have a width. So let's say 4 lengths. Let's now resubstitute these. Because the length is what? Somebody tell me. The length, somebody say the length is what?
3x.
Good, so 2 times 3x plus 2 times x, very good. It will be equal, but remember say everything add up. This and this, remember all together should use the 6 meters of mesh. Now needs to put mesh around 2 cements to put the ceilings. And then she use one of the cements every time, blah, 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 blah. So she used that one long mesh to make this seed bed and that seed bed. Okay? So then you have to continue adding because it's one mesh you're using. 4 times y equals 60. Very good. Take out that quickly. 2x plus 4y equals 60. You understand now? You have to write it using the information given above. You write a simplified expression for y in terms of x. When you hear them say for y in terms of x, you have to make y the subject. So you have to transpose this to make y the subject. Remember, 3x plus 3x is 6x. X plus x is a 2x, and y plus y plus y plus y is 4y. So that's a different way to look at it, okay? All of that is 4y, okay? I need to clean the board down to need space, so let me know where I reach. I was trying to do the more simplified way because of the class. The class is in a constant. Right? 2 and 2 is common. Leave it back with 3x plus x.
Oh, that's what she mean.
Yeah. Yeah, so this can also be used to plus that. But when you do it this way, that's what happens. 2 times 3x and 2 times 1, x. You still have to expand. So that's going straight down to the base one. Right. I need space, guys. Everybody with us? Good. So let's put 8x and done. 8x equals 8x plus 4y equals what's next? We're making y the subject. More the girlfriend.
Yeah.
The transpose. Which one more connected? The 4y or the 8x? We're looking for y, right? So which one needs to move? The 8x need to go. It's positive, so it comes what? So 4y equals 60, take away 8x. What next? Y equals
60 minus 8x over 4.
good. I'm gonna show you a little trick now. Look at 60, look at 8, and look at 4. What you recognize is 60, 8, and 4. Everybody recognize anything? Your timetables. Look at 60, 8, and 4. All it can be divided by 4. But watch this. Remember I told you that 2 ways to go by the fraction? Watch this way now. If you went it this way, what happens? You instantly now have to fix this. You realize? When you leave it like this, you don't recognize it to do much. Right? Some teachers will teach you to cancel this way, but I don't teach you to cancel this way because that is very dangerous. I'll teach you why. Because if I give you, say 6 minus 8 divided by 2. You're not supposed to cancel this with this and then get what? 26 goes what? 3 times? So 3 minus 8 over 2, which is 3 minus 8 is what? Negative 5 over 2. But watch this now. If I put it like this, 6 minus 8 over 2, I'm going to separate them, 6 over 2, 8 over 2, what happens here now? Yeah, 6 divided by 2 is what? 3, 8 divided by 2 is what? 3 minus 4 is what? Negative 1. Why I getting negative 1 here, but getting this over here? That's why I don't teach to cancel this way, because if you teach to cancel this way, the 2 done gone, but realize you forget the 2 still on and the 8. Like here, everybody see that? So this is wrong. You don't ever cancel when you have a minus or a plus here. The only way you cancel is when you have a times up here. Not even a divide, only a times. So look at this now. This is the same passing. If I give you 6 times 8 over 2, I'm going to write it again. 6 times 8 over 2. Now, when you have it like this, you don't put it like 6 over 2 and 8 over 2. You leave it like that now. 27 goes once into 6, 3 times. 3 times 8 is what? 24. Good. 6 times 8? 48. 48, half of 48. You ready to get the same answer? So cancelling only works when you have what? What here? Please write that somewhere in your books. You only cancel on top and bottom when you're dealing with multiplication, either in the numerator or in the denominator. Like I have something like this, right? You have something like this, 6 times 8 over 2 times 3. You could still cancel. And the 3 could cancel the 6, the 2 could cancel the 8, okay? But you only could have the multiplication around. Okay? But when you have a minus sign, you don't cancel. So this is garbage. Okay? So what happens here now? If I don't put this, look at your clock. Your clock is divided up into quarters. 60 minutes make an hour. So what is 1/4 of an hour? 15 past. A half of an hour. 30 past. 30 over 60. 45 past, a quarter to. So you must know a 15 timetable because of your clock. I keep telling you that. So 4 into 60 goes how many times? 15. You might not be beyond that. But you shall ease up to 60. If you add 15 to this, what? You get what, 75? Yeah. So you know 5 goes into 75. 15 times. Okay? Good. Can this cancel? Good. So let me do something here quickly. It's going to leave you with what? 2 x. Why? So y equals 15 minus 2x. So those who reach here, you're doing well. But we recognize it could break down further. Okay? And how you recognize it? Always remember, when you have one denominator, each term on the top takes the denominator. You see that? So if I give you 7 plus 8 minus 3 minus 1 all over 6. This can be written as 7 over 6 plus 8 over 6, good, minus 3 over 6 minus 1 over 6. All saying the same thing. So you know, when you're adding a subtracting factor, you don't ever what? You don't ever add or subtract the denominator. You just put it back. The only numerator you're okay with. That's why you just end up just put 1 and done. Okay? But the problem is that sometimes it's better to see it this way, because when you see things this way, you tend things to break down further. So I want to teach you now that to get our eyes open up. Okay? So that is finished. Y is the subject, and it is done in terms of x. X is the result of over on the other side. It's a puzzle. Because here, on the rectangle, equals the area of the square. The equals. Or the area of the rectangle was.
The area is like 90.
Right, so you have 3x times x. And this is y. What's the area for the square? Huh? Y times y. Length times width. But when you're gonna length, huh? Right, but just say the y times y. So y squared. L squared. Alright. So the area for a rectangle is length times width. The area for a square is L times L, which we call L squared. You understand that? Where is the square come from? L times L. Right, don't make me confused are you. Let's go. What's the length? The length is what? 3x? 3x times x. And this is what? Y squared. So y squared come back on here. What is going to be? 3x squared equals y squared. Use this information in your answer in A to write down a quadratic equation in terms of x and show that it simplifies to this. Use later. Remember we just found out what y was?
Yeah.
What was y? Y equals what?
15 minus 2x.
Good. You see y anywhere here?
Yeah.
Good. So 3x squared equals 15 minus 2x squared. Everybody see what happening here? What is happening here? Give me a word. Somebody say it. Come say it louder, man.
Substitution.
Only hear one. Okay, you're correct. Let me hear somebody hear you. You're substituting. Why am I substituting? Why?
In order to find out the x.
Well, I'll find out this rest part here. I can't find out these numbers unless I need more information. But I already know that we done establish that y equals 50 minus 2x. And think about it, use our common sense. I just established 15 in terms of time. 15, 30, 45, 60, right? I said 60 here. And if you know 15 times table, 15 goes into 225. Now 15 times 15 is 225. That's if you know 15 times table, okay? Alright, so basically then, what we're happening here then? Those who are more advanced, help me out here. What is happening here? What is squared represents?
Multiply by itself.
You multiply something by itself twice. So what can we be writing here? Somebody call it over for me, please. You have too much people flip and fold for me here. Huh? Open bracket, 15 minus, close bracket, open bracket, 15 minus 2x. Good. Now this is a stage where some of you might not remember, those especially the older ones who left school for a while. Okay? There are two ways you could do this. It's called FOIL. But don't listen to me quickly. First, outer, inner, last. First with first, and then outer first. First, and then the two outer ones. Inner, the two last ones. Okay? Another way it could be written like this. 15, this 15 times those two. I think this way some people might see it better. And then this negative 2x times these two. So it becomes easier this way now. This times that times that. Those who exceptionally those who don't have a camera, start writing please. this with this, this with that. It's the same process. First, outer, inner, last. So first with outer, the inner here, and the last. Okay? What's the result? 15 times 15. I just said it, 225. Back more. 15 times negative 2x. Jesus on mercy, guys. People put in the calculator for that. Let's go. Negative 30x, guys. I gotta challenge ourselves. Negative 2x times 15 now. Negative 30x, the same thing. Let's switch out the numbers then. Second to last row. Negative 2x times negative 2x. Second below. Positive 4x. Negative 4x. I want to hear positive 4x. When you're dealing with these, those who are familiar will recognize that these are the only what? The only like terms. This has no partner, because this don't have no variable in it. These are the only two that have x as a variable, so they are like terms. And this, I'm missing something here. You make a mistake. 4x squared. Why? So 4x squared, there's no other 4x squared here. So the answer now becomes, somebody give me 3x squared equals, stop with space, sharp, let's go 225 minus 60x plus 4x squared. Pass the calculator at minus 60x plus 4x squared. What you guys to do? They told me to carry over this to pair it, because those two are like terms. So so you put a 0 that represent nothing left back. Minus 60x plus 4x squared minus 3x squared. So 225 minus 60x plus x squared. It's the same thing. You just switch them around. Okay? You understand? You just go switch them around. Just take this, put them over here, and then put a 0 over there. It's the same thing. Yeah, the videos? Okay. That's it for that. Yeah. Put that from over here. The area of the what? Equals the area of the square. So what did I do? I put them against each other, right? I set them against each other with an equal sign in the middle. Then I came and I had what? 3 what? X squared equals what? Y squared? That didn't make no sense to me. But then I recognized I had y. I know what y is. So that was a trick. The trick is, when I had a trick, because CXC really helped me now, because CXC put things in a logical sequence. So they did it in a logical sequence where you recognize that you found something that was to be used later. So hence, hear this. If you mop up the first part, the second part will be what? Okay, I use an M, eh? So the body tries something like this, okay? So you have to be accurate in the first part to be accurate in the second part. All everything you what? Number one. Mop up. Stop. Okay, in a video. Where does minus come from? How can something be plus and still minus? Very good. When you're dealing with square root of things, right? The square root of 4 can result in a positive answer or negative. Why? Because 4 times 4, no, sorry, you're saying 2 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4, but also negative times 2, negative 2 times negative 2, sorry, is also still positive 4. Meaning then listen, a positive and a positive is a positive. It's a soft copy of it. A negative times a negative is still a what? A positive. Remember that? So whenever you break down a number, so let's ask the question, what's the square root of 16? Positive 4 and negative 4. What's the square root of 25? Positive 5 and what? Because negative 5 to negative 5 also gives you positive 25. You catch me yet? We get it, but I'm going to fuck you now. What is the square root of 225?
50.
Positive or negative 50. Very good. I remember. I catch some of them because you talk too quick. You ready, boss?
Yeah.
This man don't use cameraman here. Man don't even get to the video. So let's substitute now. Now, when we look at this, x squared, write down this one big, 60x plus 225. This follows the formula ax squared minus bx plus c, where a is in the one position, 60 is in what position? Well, this is negative 60. Sorry, this will be a plus. The 60 is in what? Guys, the 60 is in what? May I ask that question? The B position. And what is in the C position? Take on that for me, please. So they ask from this. The formula is ax squared plus bx plus c. So what is the a? Whenever you see no number in front of x squared, there is a number in front of x squared. It's what? 1. The coefficient of x squared is 1. The coefficient of x is negative 60. And the constant, which is c, it has no x in it, is 225. So if we just substitute the minus here,
60.
not the 60. Somebody help her please, not 60. Stop whisper, Kalandra, if you know it, just say it, stop whispering to people. We just established that B, oh, you know what? Let me do it this way. A equals what? 1. B equals what? Negative 60, my friend. And C equals 225. So not because you have minus there, the minus is already in the formula. But the B is minus 60. So you know what happened here? And negative and the negative will give you what? God bless this little soul. But this not happen here too, because when you square two negatives, negative 60 times negative 60 will still give you what? What is A? 1. What is C? Boom. 1. Let down this for me, please, to remind you, because somebody else might say, somebody still like to take off the minus sign for me. Remember, I teach has a long time. That minus sign and that number are 1. You only in some cases you separate them, but generally you keep them together. Somebody. What's going here? 60 plus or minus the square root of what? 60 times 60. Negative 60 times negative 60. 3,600 minus, the trick with this, multiply these three together. Because they're algebra by multiplication. And treat this 4 as what? Who will tell me?
Scalar?
Treat this 4 as what?
Scalar?
You're close, but still here, one here. I just explained it up here. I just explained it here with this. Treat this 4 as what?
One number?
That's not positive. Treat this 4, if I say that positive, what it is?
Negative?
Treat this 4 as what? Negative 4. So I said negative 4 times 1 times 225. You know when you multiply by 1, not going to change. So basically negative 4 times 225. Okay? So negative 4 times 225 is what? Is negative what? Negative? No, some of you say go separate it. If you want to separate it, that's on you. So 4 times 225 is 900, the minus sign what? Comes down. You understand? But I don't do it that way. I prefer you treat this as negative 4 times 1 times 225. And you put negative 900. You understand that? How much is the bottom here? Next, somebody help me out. Let's go quickly. What's next? 2700, let's go. Good. Square to 2700. Okay, good. Good to see. 5. It's a 50?
51.
51.
6.9615.
15. Okay, remember I said stop at what? 4. Stop at 4. 4 is safe. What's after the 5?
2.
I told you good. Stop at 4. For example, guys, you have to. Everybody good? Now, watch this. I need to remember this over here. Can I clean over there? Guys, x equals 60 plus 51.9 615 over 2 or x equals 60 minus 51.9615 divided by 2. For me, because this is a long thing, you can put the whole thing in your calculator. I say personally, when I work on the top, they work on the bottom, but for save time, they put the whole thing in the calculator. I tell you, we still at the first, we still on May 2024. We ain't got to June, January 2024 yet. It's about what these things there, especially have to teach. Good. What's for here, guys? What can you answer here? Everybody do it, please. Everybody work it out that way. If somebody made a mistake, you could find it. Okay? Correct to 4 decimal places. Are we going for this one up here? What are we going for up here, guys? Let's go. What are we going for up here, guys? Is that 7? 5 commanded 7, make it a 7?
Make it a 8.
To make it an 8. Good. So I correct. Yeah, 2, 4 decimal places. Good. Now we have a choice, and it's going to be 3 times 4.019. So, area is length times width. So 3 times this, do this for me please. Times 4.0193. Well, like for this question, I get a nice number to work with. I get some nice ugly decimals. Make you got to use the calculator. And let's check this area around our properly.
Yeah. And the 60?
This is a 16, yeah.
12.
I see 3 days away, but maybe not make it to 60, I don't know.
0.79.
Make me say we can get the second. 4, 3. Good. For y is. So y was what?
15 minus 2x.
Oh, 15 minus
2x.
2x. What we say x is? 4.0193. Multiply that by 8.386. Subtract 15 from, take out that from 15. 6.9614. So now we got y squared. Why are you doing y squared? What tell me? What? The area of the two C beds. The area of this is length times width. And the area of this is what?
Like L squared.
L squared. So it's going to be what? Y squared, right? Length is y times y. So 6.9614 square. Tell me what I get. This is 48.46, correct. Two, decimal places. This is the totals, like I said, I add them up now. I can look at the video for that to see that they add them up.
The total.
It's the calculate total area of the two segments, segments. That is what it was add up the two of them. Somebody say we watch the video now. Area of square plus area of rectangle. Square was about 48. 48.46 plus 48.46. Somebody add up these two together again, please. 0.92. Okay?